crosswind action, has to be said. I'm not interested in something that you have to sort of like, you plug it in. When you plug it in, you expect it to start charging immediately. You don't plug it in and then have to press the button on the. Whatever. Intersect. No way. Oh, folks, how about that? Haha. Wow. Does he know? Do they know? Oh, we got to get a wave. We got to get a wave directly opposite the roll-on point. Oh, we got to get a wave from them, or a flash or something. I don't know. Well, I mean, that's of course if they are able to. Let's see. Oh my goodness me. Wake up! Bateman and Captain Dave flying a 380 out to San Francisco. A 350, sorry. Oh, Chris O'Pole, Captain Chris from Virgin Atlantic, messaged me the other day. Sorry, we missed you earlier on, Chris O. He was inbound, but apparently we caught this hustle and bustle. Wow, this guy's not hanging about. Chris was looking down the runway as they were lined up to go out. The sort of Turkish 777. I think it was a freighter taking off in the crosswinds, and it was quite spectacular, he said. So wing picking up flex. There she goes. BA BA 273. Oh. What I want to know. What I want to know is, did the pigeon manage to get to sleep? course, so and so. Is someone that's enjoying the look at that wing profile, folks. Yeah. To see got a Qatar 380. Oh, okay. Nice. And there's a BA 380. Is he on tow? No. He's all lit up and ready to go. Miami bound. Wow, quite busy up here. Once again, we're back up at the Courtyard Marriott, folks, and up on the terrace, which will be open, hopefully. I hope they get it open in 2023. It seems like it's, well, it has been a year, hasn't it? It's lovely. See, sometimes the way that Swiss have done this can quite easily mistake that for a 220. Obviously, the winglets are completely different on this than the 220. Well, not completely. Winglets on the 220 are slightly larger, but what is distinguishing is the nose. Is the rounded nose on the Airbus. Sorry, on the 320. Oh, look at that! Yeah, look at that. 350 Virgin Atlantic with what appears to be a borrowed reverser door from British Airways. Wow, look at that! BA giving some love there, man. That's crazy. That is crazy, isn't it? Here comes the big room, or the little room. Okay. Yeah, easy. Yeah. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Unless it was... It could be Delta. It could be Delta. But where would they have swapped it out? It would have had to have been in the US. Of course it would have been in the US, wouldn't it? That they would have swapped it out. Look at that. Delta and British Airways Blues are identical, aren't they? Yeah, good point. Likely to be Delta rather than BA, but it would have had to have been done somewhere like Atlanta, wouldn't it? I would imagine at a major Delta hub or base or whatever. I'll check, stand by. Oh, you can see her. Yeah, you can see her. Is she not on radar? Red Velvet it is. Listen to this. Yeah! So that's obviously a malfunctioning. There you go. She flew to Atlanta on December 4th. So there you go, it is Delta. Well spotted, folks. Wow, that's a pretty hefty part, isn't it? Yeah, 900s and 1000s have the same engine, different thrust settings probably, I'd imagine. So we've got somebody's saying we've got a. Here comes Delta now. Ah, it's hard to look at what to look at. Some multiple section. Don't tell me that's Chriso over there landing, is it? That might be him. Is it delayed? Let me just check and see what. Yeah, that's Chris Pole just touching down there. Just got him, man. That's crazy, mate. Wow. Pilot, she's got wings. Yeah, need to remind us. Chriso. G'day, Jerry. If you're at Heathrow New Year's Day, Sunday, I'm returning LAX VS 008. Was that VS 008? We got you, mate. He's in the left seat. Landing will be Captain Simon Johnson, who you just saw touching down there with Virgin Atlantic. Wow. First Officer Dan Colburn, sorry, is the number 3 ETA around about 11:45. But we got you, mate. Was that 11:45? It's 12:45. That's over an hour delay, isn't it? Ah, that's crazy. Big shout out to Captain Sky Marshall, the first giftor of 2023. Got to remember, keep saying 2023 because you're going to the amount of times you're going to say 2022. Mind you, never really say 2020. The year debut. Beautiful 767 lining up there. Thank you, Captain Sky Marshall. 10 Big Jet TV memberships gifted right there. Inspector T69. Good day to you, my friend, and a very warm welcome to Big Jet TV membership. Claire 22, welcome back. Gary Knox, Mrs. Fink, good afternoon. Got so excited when I saw Big Jet Jerry on Big Jet TV's quiz of the year back, quiz of the whatever thing in the jig. Big fat quiz Jerry, big fat Jerry on the quiz of the what thing. Tony Bidu tuning in from Skippy country. G'day. What's that, Skippy? Next to go, the Roo. There's one of yours right there, Bidu. Oh, Tony. Sorry, Tony. There's is the Aussie jet right there behind that. I believe that's JetBlue's 321 Neo heading to New York. Look at that size of those engines, man. Difference in the engine size. Pan Am toddler. What was it Jilly was mentioning the other day that apparently there's a cargo operation apparently starting up. Rumour has it that they're going to be it's going to be a Pan Am operation. Let's hope we get hope that is the case and they use the original old Pan Am livery. That would be something to see. Oh, brilliant! We got a mention in the big issue. Fantastic, thank you. Great job that the guys at the big issue do as well. Been out a long, long time, hasn't it? Supporting the homeless, really. Throughout the UK here, throughout the UK. Look right the way through those engines, folks. Read all about it. Storm Wizard 1968. Here we go. Off to New York, folks. Right, I'm going to cut away from that JetBlue jet and run to the little Roo. Spirit of Australia. We asked 100 people. Is it looking a little bit worn out, that livery, or is that just it's a bit faded, the black on that? Right. All of BA's 380s are in service, Nigel. They are operational. Some of them, well, we saw one yesterday sitting there in the, listen to the 767 line out. What's that? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That is exactly it. Okay, that's it, yeah. The Sri Lankan jet. Oh, is this our BA? This is our 777-200, Chile. Going out? No. Okay. No. There was somebody else. Okay. We've got crew on this jet, folks. Big Jet TV. Friends of Big Jet TV on this jet right here. Spooky Cindy favourites. Cindy member. Rolling up to the roll-on point. Spooky Cindy. Gigi is a new member. Welcome, Gigi. Lovely to see you guys. It's Carl Wirt's birthday. Happy birthday, Carl. Good friend of ours, flying with Virgin Atlantic, ex-747 pilot. Was instrumental in the 747 retirement flights out of Manchester, with the most awesome wing waves you have ever seen. So I think our 380 is going to move forward. Going to see the duo of Scott Bateman and Captain Dave flying out later, folks, on the 350 with British Airways. Oh, they're pushing back now. Okay. John Samuels has gifted 10 Big Jet TV memberships. John, lovely thing to do. Thank you, sir. Fully laden with fuel. Tip tanks. They also have fuel tanks in the horizontal stabilizers as well on the 380, believe it or not, folks. I don't think they're used very often. Here she goes. Almost does not look fast enough, does it? Then it just builds up speed through 120 knots, building up to that 140, 160 knots, depending on the weight inputted into the flight management computers, which will indicate the rotate speed, length of the runway. There she goes, getting caught by that crosswind. Whoa, big old lurch. She's up. 35 tons of undercarriage now being pulled up underneath that aircraft. There's a big clonk clonk as you hear the gear doors retracting and closing, slamming shut literally. I guess a little bit daunting for somebody who is perhaps a little bit Sue Cruz, Alison Baker loving the wings, awesome shot, Ravage. Carl Ward, just love that wing from behind. It is a thing of amazement, isn't it? The wing of the A380. It just is a thing of amazement. It's so big and fat. I was speaking to one of the technicians when I was at in Germany, and he was mentioning how fat the valance is around where the wing joins the fuselage, because they had to fit all the air conditioning units and everything inside the wing at that section as well. But it just it dictates a big chunky valance anyway, doesn't it? Pointing the aircraft towards the wind. Look at that. It's just a natural thing to happen, really. The pilot's so used to doing it. Great to see Sri Lankan's 330 there. Met the crew from Sri Lankan Airlines here a couple of months ago. Is a new member. Catherine, welcome to you. Love this channel, Catherine says. 380 is my favourite plane. Managed to fly Emirates business class once. So called having a bar at 40,000 feet. Yes. Well, I went on the Emirates 380 at ILA Berlin back in 2018, and I was just shocked by the level of luxury on board up the front. A spa, folks. Like, you know, can you believe it? Showers, spas, and the beds and the cubicles for first class or for super class, whatever it is. It's just phenomenal, man. Give the little one some love. Come on, son, give the little one some love. So folks, you might want to jump on Flight Radar 24 and look out for BA2, what is it, Chile? Is it 268? Oh, 273, BA273 to San Fran? Is it San Fran? Or LAX? San Fran. San Diego, sorry, yeah. Mike James, Captain David Scott, baby taxiing out, taxiway Delta. Okay, so yeah, here she comes out. I think that's it. Wow, first time ever caught, folks. This is a bit of a landmark moment, I have to say. It's a bit like Carl Wharton, Zane Dunning, or you know, flying up the front with Virgin Atlantic. You know, the duo. VJ Verdi, BA273 on taxi, and I can see her from here. Lucy, little baby bus indeed. Bev Charles, Claire 22. Intercept coming up. Imagine that Qatar 38 is going to get out at some point, isn't it? Before the switch over, I would have thought. Oh, is it? I can see an Emirates tail as well. Oh, hello. Sorry. Full length. I think this guy's going to turn and burn. Catherine trying to get better at identifying planes. Yeah, lots of tips, Catherine. Best thing to do is just keep watching. This is an A330. Airbus A330. Lots of distinguishing, well, not lots of, but you just need to keep watching, because then you'll kind of get used to the look of these jets. Come on, let's get Dave and Scotty to #1. Let's get Dave and Scotty to #1 before they reach the entry point. Come on. 278. 273. Sorry. So yeah, lots of people always asking about you know, nice big puff of dust from the brakes there, as the systems brake the wheels, stop the wheels from rotating as they pull them up into the undercarriage bay. Lots of people asking about aircraft recognition. We could literally do a whole day of recognition, couldn't we? I mean, you know, I could, you know, you've got two different types of A320s there. Maybe even a 319. I think it's a 320. I don't think they've got any 319s left anymore. But that's the CEO variant, which is always distinguishable by the size of the engines. That's a Neo. Other than that, really, they are identifiable by their engine size. Some of the older CEO variants have also got those old style winglets as well. Very old style, fence style winglets. Before they switched over to these sharklets that you see here with Airbus. There are some hybrid jets out there which are sort of like part Neo, but obviously didn't get the engines, but have those sharklets. Oh, they do have some 319s. Oh, is that one of them then? Is that one of them there then? Is that one of them lining up? Yeah, I thought it would be. The notifying difference between the 320 and the 319. Well, they've got double doors over the wing there, double exit doors for the. There's Dave and Scotty coming out now. Look at this, the duo, brilliant. Wow, yeah. So a little 319, only one door over the exit, over the wing, one exit door over the wing. Unless, of course, it's EasyJet, in which case there'll be two. So a little bit confusing there, and that's because of the fact that they've done away with the galley, put more passengers on board, and as a result, by regulation, they have to have 2 exit doors over the wing. Of course, 321 that you can see there. We're looking at the Airbus single aisle family, of course. So that's a little old 319 with British Airways. This is the 321 Neo, and that's distinguishable by those doors. You can see the it used to be actually 1 door forward and 1 door aft on the older 321s, but now they've kind of changed that, haven't they? Single exit door over the wing, but an additional exit door aft of the wing. So slight modifications on the 321 Ted Rogers special. Catherine on Airbus. This captain's comment, it's a bigger fuselage and higher than Boeing. Okay, bigger fuselage and higher than Boeing. Yes. Okay, here come the duo, Captain Dave. Do they know we're on the roof, Jilly? Oh, that's a shame, man. Really? He is looking, and I am waving my arm, so let's just see whether we get a Oh, he is. Yeah, of course they're busy here. You are number 1, gentlemen. Every time, without fail. Let's make sure let's go back a little bit, just in case we get a flash. Because you could go wing lights on this one. Are they going full length? Are they going full length? No, turning on now. SFO, yeah. Batesy in the right seat there, look. Fire it up! J-Mank, they need to be issued with Big Jet TV stickers to display on the window, and then they will be given their P45 on Monday morning. They can really let rip with those XWBs, man. Check this out. Catherine, Airbus, yes, kind of, it is an Airbus thing, the highlighting around the window. Although Air Canada have done it with their Bandit jets, Trash Panda livery on all of their fleet, 787, 777s, 330s, etc, etc. But yes, in terms of newer aircraft, this is definitely an option for airlines to have that that black eyeliner, I call it. Here we go. Takes away the squareness. I wonder if Scotty's wearing his big scarf. Or is it tea towel? I can't work it out. Giant tea towel round his neck. Have a great flight, fellas. And everybody on board that aircraft and all the crew as well. Off to San Diego, which is where my cat lived. My cat lived in America longer than I did. Can you believe that? She had to live there for another year while she went through her quarantining thingamajigs. Air Canada 787. It's a little 800, isn't it? Is that a little 800? Very distinguishable, the Dreamliner, of course, by the conical shape of the APU in the rear. She has twin bum lights that you'll see. You can see the right-hand one there, the starboard side one there, and of course the 787 has those unmistakable scalloped trailing edge cowls. Only other aircraft that you see that on is, of course, the 747-8. 787, very low to the ground as well, this aeroplane. So, all rudder action now by using the foot pedals. If they use the tiller, very unlikely. You know, most pilots, I think, use the foot pedals as soon as they may use the tiller during taxi. Is again another thing that's down to pilot preference, whether they use the tiller to steer the front wheel. Effortless flight, the fundamental flight. 777, big old set of General Electrics on her. Look, small, biggest engines, tiniest flipping sticker on it. I reckon the bloke who ordered them made the wrong order. I said 120 mil, not 12 mil. Oh, Martin P, yes, he's very right indeed. The Max, the 737 Max, does indeed have the scalloped cowls, something that I pointed out a while ago, so God knows why I forgot that. But yes, indeed. In terms of the big airliners, you know, distinguishing between the 350, 787, etc. The 787, the 350 777, and the 787. Of course, the 787 is the only one with the scallop cowls. But yes, he's right. The 737 Max does indeed have the scallop cowls. Let's just have a little look at this 350 lining up there. Look at that. Isn't she beautiful? Go on, Sam. Triple seven, of course, the APU, the auxiliary power unit, or the back end, should I say, the aft tip of the aircraft on this 777 is has that wedge shape to it. Nice cup of Rosie Lee, son. These guys can let it rip as well, man. Straight edge there aft of the wing. See that line on the end, on the wing valance there? See that straight edge there? Very unique to Airbus, that is. And something that I noticed on one of my models the other day. Not I haven't got hundreds of models or anything, but I got a model of a TriStar, which was gifted me by. Yeah, Kristen Steingran, and I was just looking at the model the other day, and I noticed that that straight edge aft of the wing, which is it seems to be an Airbus thing. Got it there on the 330 as well. You see what I'm talking about? Doesn't appear on the Boeing jet, but. Wasn't on the A300, but was on all other of the larger Airbus jets. Amy L. Oh, okay, okay. Stuart Watson. Rab H. Liu Dehaan. Good day to you, Liu Dehaan. He's putting up the Dutch crown. We're going to be there this time next week, folks. We'll be in Schiphol. All members welcome. A330, 300, all the Virgin 200 jets have gone back quite some time ago. I would imagine that one or two of those aircraft are probably going to be converted into freighters at some point. Gone back to the lease companies, powered by the Trent 700 or Trent 7, whichever is your preference on calling it. Oh, look at that big old lurch. Fence style winglets on the A330 CEO. Of course, is the current engine option, but to be honest with you, it's not anymore, is it? I need to find out from Airbus what they're going to do about renaming that or retitling it, because it's not really a CEO anymore, is it? Because the current engine option really is the Neo, isn't it? It needs to be the OEO, isn't it? The old engine option. Oh, did you? Oh, okay, well, we should do that, man. We should do that. Yeah, we're kind of... Yeah, we should do that. Just an evening, just do it one evening, man. Oh, all I'm a little bit confused on, is it half an hour? What, of all of them? But you can stop it when I want you to stop it. Roger Breaker, 330, very relaxed spool up as always. Indeed it is, but it's quite aggressive as well. Can be very, it builds up to a massive crescendo, doesn't it? Clean Air Serbia jet there. So I think that's a 319. That's a CEO with IAE engines, International Aero engine. V2500 I think they are. Sounds like a motorcycle, doesn't it? Nice sweet smell of Jet A1 right there. Marianne Edwards, good afternoon. Philip Jones, Scott Shallcross flying out of Schiphol in November on Singapore Airlines 350 business class to Singapore. Wow, Scott, lucky you, man. That sounds fantastic. Deborah Sherwood, Joe Foxon, LFC Ian, CEO could be classic engine option. That's a good one, LFC Ian. I like that. Classic, this 330 classic, yeah. So Catherine and anybody else who's working on their aircraft recognition, I'm sure you can tell us what that is now by looking at the... there's a couple of identifying marks on that aircraft in terms of, or parts, should I say, or design of it. Look at the back, look at the APU, auxiliary power unit. There's actually... all of these aircraft actually have an additional jet engine, believe it or not, folks. It's more like the kind of engine that powers the turboprops. And there is an engine that is mounted inside the back of the aircraft around the horizontal stabilizer mounting points, etc. On obviously within its own mounting, and that is used to power electrical systems, air conditioning units, hydraulic systems, on some aircraft to power the engines. Most aircraft, actually, to be perfectly honest with you, and when the APU is down, they obviously have to switch to a ground power unit. And then, of course, that is a 787 with Air India. What's that? Oh, okay, yeah. But just to be able to identify it from without being able to see it, yeah. And of course, the double flash of an Airbus, you can see there on the end of the wing there. See the double flash. That's the Airbus identifying lighting, so to speak. Boeing, their anti-collisions are a single flash, whereas Airbus is double flash. Simon cards, it's got Dreamliner written on it, yeah. Terry Denya, Helen Clapp, Big Elmo. Watched a great video on YouTube of Morocco 747 flight from Casablanca to Montreal, all filmed in the cockpit. I get kind of bored with things like that. Although it's fascinating and amazing, but once you're in the air and you're flying, you know, I'd want to sort of like fast forward it to the to 10 miles out or top of descent. The TOD is probably the best point in which to join it, where the pilots make their final checks and make their final decision. As you can see there, the single flash of the Boeing 787, the Boeing wing there. She's moving. Language bound. Rolls-Royce engineer is in the house. Good day to you. That means the other ones will be more busy. Yeah. Something balm. Zingelbalm or Zingleigenbalm or something. Superfly Steve. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, wherever you are in the world. That's out. I think we talked about this before with Rolls-Royce engineer about the shutting of the noise that you hear of almost like a door being slammed, as the inlet, I think it is. Is it the inlet or is the outlet? Those. Chunky jet in it, the Dreamliner. Easy, son. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Gear's going up. There we go. Thought we might have had a hot brake issue there, or a malfunctioning brake. Electric brake systems on the Dreamliner. There's your twin aft lights, unique to the Dreamliner and the 737 MAX. Boeing adopting quite a lot of Dreamliner. So we've got somebody working over in the Virgin hangar who just gave us a shout. Good day to you, my friend. That 350 is done. Well, I don't think that was just. I think they had just parked her there on remote stand. Just maybe she's had her work done. Just a minor inspection. Still batty, the lights indicate that they are moving. Neil Exley, yes, there is an air intake for the APU. Closed now on this Dreamliner. It might be open on that 350 over there, I don't know, but no, it's not. But yes, there is indeed an air intake. Usually sat on that. Usually shut down and closed up before departure, but sometimes left open. You can maybe see it on that. You can see the little hatch there, just to the left-hand side of the tail, which is the auxiliary power unit air intake. Yes, indeed. There we go, Steve Matty. Little flap. It's probably about the size of your front door, but we'll call it little. Nice. Find it on that Dreamliner there, look. There's your flap right there. That's the APU intake. Amazing thing about the Dreamliner is it's such a highly advanced aircraft. Carbon wings, carbon fuselage, electrical systems, massive amount of electrical systems on it, and it literally will use every inch of the runway that it's allowed to use. Spoken to specifically 747-8 pilots, who obviously the 747-8 powered by the same Gen X engine. Those engines on the 787 can either be Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 engines or the GEnx engine. Nice 787, 767 firing up over there, ready to come out. Air Canada's A330-300, so that's a CEO. But that's one of the revised liveries that I do prefer over the old one, I have to say. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I have to say that in terms of a new livery, the new sort of like trash panda, they call it, or some of the air crews call it, because of that paint around the cockpit canopy. It's just a visual thing, an aesthetic thing. And I think it looks fantastic. William Patrick, good afternoon. 747 lover, good afternoon. Big long pushback for that 330. You see an older jet in the new livery, it generally indicates that that aircraft is looking to be in the fleet for quite some time to come. It's very close to the livery prior to the current one, or the older one, or the most recent one prior to this. Interesting. Flown with Air Canada to Toronto, wasn't it? Flew with Air Canada to Toronto. Great flight, great people.
Stuart Watson. James Doink, Foxy B, Amy L. I like both Air Canada liveries, Amy saying. TCC, toothpaste livery just edges it. Okay, fair enough. James Roberts, Larry, YXZ. Bigger jets, Andrew Martin, welcome back, Andrew. Roger Breaker. Not the biggest fan of the look of the A330. But kind of a mascara does, yeah. I mean, they've really jazzed up the new Neo variant of the 330, of course. Bigger engines, modifications, and all that jazz. Speedbird 747 fan. Not even Chicago gets this much international traffic. This is crazy. Wow, that's a good bit of feedback, isn't it? So this American Airlines 777-200, one of the older aircraft in their fleet, powered by Rolls-Royce Trent 800s. I think they're rollers, aren't they? Alicia Simpson. Alicia is a new member. Welcome, Alicia. And we've given a warm welcome back to Andrew as well. Happy 777. All the pitot heads and angle of attack sensors and all that, the way they're positioned on the 777 does sometimes give it an impression that it's got a happy smiley face on it. There's one for our friends out at Schiphol. All that Dutch French. Definitely rollers. You can hear the hum, man. You hear the hum. James Roberts, this American 777 off to Charlotte, North Carolina. Is it South Carolina or North Carolina? Charlotte's North Carolina. Listen to the hum. Feel the hum, folks. Ken Alloway. Adrian Martinez, United 6210. Getting close. What's that? John Murphy. least one Emirates 380. Love the old 767 rolling up to the entry point. Blimey, 6,200 people watching, mate. Wow. Hope you're all well, everybody. Hello, what's this? Something new in it? Something special? Oh no, we've seen it before. Just haven't seen it for a while, have we? Hold on to your hats, boys. We've got a Emirates 380 that should be coming out soon. Looking at the way that tail is pointing, looks like it's pushed back. 2 hour or what? Smoky Joe. Looks like her tail is pointing to the east. Tail is definitely pointing east, isn't it? That aircraft is pointing to the east. That is an A380, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, United had just recently, Roger Slater, is it Roger Slater? Our friend airside, indicating that hangar there has been purchased or leased by United. So we'll see some United jets. Here comes one of... now here's your... so there's a CEO jet, folks. Have a good close look at her. Look at her winglets and her engines more so than anything else. Comparison between the CEO, which is there, and the Neo, the new 339. Now look at the winglet on it. It's called the Blade, or was secretly called the Blade when it was in its design form, and the bigger, more than anything else, it is really just fan blade size, the main fan blade size that's the reason for the bigger engine cowls on the A339, the Neo, and I think we are going to get a decent comparison. Perhaps. Emirates 380 on the move, folks. Okay, so look at the fence style winglet. You can see the old fence style winglet on the 339, the 33 CEO. That's a 330-300 there versus the newer slick wing, I'm going to say. I think that they have revised that wing quite heavily, because that wing that's on the 33, the CEO, was able to carry 4 engines, sort of like a co-development deal with the A340-300 and the A330-300. But they've obviously they're not offering that option anymore, so I'd imagine that they have made quite a significant amount of improvements and changes to the wing of the A330. So that's the A330CEO, A330CEO and the A330neo directly in shot there. But I love them both, I've got to be honest. Virgin Atlantic looking to replace all of their older Airbus fleet. With the modified 339. Still a very successful engine, this Trent 700. More or less, apart from obvious, revisions to parts, upgrades and newer materials, different manufacturing processes and so on and so forth with the engines. Primarily the core of the engine is still much the same on the Trent 7000. It's just a bigger fan blade assembly. Massive. The older variant, because they make a proper old racket. It's because it's got multiple blades, you see. Far less amount of blades on the Neo. I think almost half the amount of blades on the Neo. Still running the titanium blade. Rolls-Royce not introducing the carbon blade until their Ultrafan is. Look at this. Emirates is going to. Look at this for a screen grab, folks. Emirates are so more or less on time. They literally... Here we go. Watch this for a screen grab. Ready? Ready, GP? Look at this. Look at this. Bosh! Ha 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 ha! Yeah, man. Yeah. That's a thumbnail and a half, that is, man. Daffy. Paws and fins. Welcome back, Paws and Fins. Nah, that's got to be the shot, isn't it? Whereas the 380 is. Sue Taylor, you can visit the courtyard by Marriott right here. At the moment, unfortunately, not able to be out on this deck, but beautiful big Trent 700, 7000. We will, of course, let you know as soon as we get word of the opening of this this deck. Nice wizard, got a wizard. We got a wizard. It's a much more aggressive spool up, isn't it, with the Trent 7000? So, like somebody mentioning earlier on, it's a more lazy spool up on the sorry, the 7000 is a much more aggressive compared to the 700. Appears to be anyway. Still got that lazy gear attraction. Storm Wizard 1968. Oh, why did he speak like that? I don't know. Hello there. Elixir 24, what exactly is a wizard? Is it just air? Yes, Elixir. As loads of people's elixirs just gone off or something. But it is the induction, as the engine pulls the air in, it pulls it from everywhere around, and sometimes you do see a moisture, a vortex of air that's pulled up by the engine off the ground. An amazing thing to see. You've got a great example of that in Louisville with the 747 startup. Put that in as a jet blast. He's behind you. I mean, look at that thing. Steve Ford 11, giving a shout out to whomever gifted him membership. Steve, great to see you here. Enjoy your stay, and it'd be great for you to hang around, of course. Monster jet. 80-meter wingspan. That wingspan is longer than the aeroplane itself, folks. Wingtip tanks, fuel tanks all the way out to the outboards, and also fuel tanks in the horizontal stabilizers at the back of the aircraft. Incredible. But look how big and deep the wing valance is. Compared to the little one there, that little wing valance there, look at the size of this thing, man. Monstrous. Randy Bushbound, that was awesome. Both 380s together, yeah. That's a seriously good thumbnail. David Edwards, yes, I would agree. 320 versus 380. J.F. Bryson, Brian McNaughton, Matteo Vinci. Is it Vinci? Vinci? Vinci, I'm guessing. Matteo, a very warm welcome to you as a new member. Alan Ferguson, busy enough for New Year's Day, indeed it is. Keep them coming, folks. And of course, don't forget we have 1 hour left now of departures out of runway 27 right. Then for 1 hour they will be for us anyway, we'll be switching it to arrivals on this runway. Jez White, CX7 into London Heathrow, now over the North Sea. Pacific, 747. Aidan Campbell, the takeoff vortex from the A380 means you could be sat there for 5 minutes. Yeah, it leaves a big wake, this aircraft. And that's one thing that's unidentifiable is what engines she's running, whether they are the GPWs or the Rolls-Royce Trent 900s. Emirates 380 fleet operating both the General Electric Pratt & Whitney variant and the Rolls-Royce. They don't have any markings on the engines, so it's very difficult to know which ones they're running. Can't wait to see the Etihad and Lufty 380. Here she goes. So GP, say that again. Rolls Royces, are they? Okay. I think Rolls Royce actually released or delivered the last ever Trent 900 out of their factory last month. Where that went to, we don't know. Whether that's just going to general spares for, or whether a particular operator purchased it for one of their fleet. Likely that it went to a lease company, for one of the lease companies. Should make a big left turn quite soon, I'd imagine, that 380. And this is going to go long. Interesting. Making a right turn. That's quite rare, I have to say. That routing for Emirates. It's very normally it's right and right over my bleeding house, or near to it. That's an interesting departure route there for. Don't forget summer this year, folks. Etihad, these folks here, going to be reintroducing their A380 onto the London route. Yet another A380 going to be operational at London Heathrow, and we are we've put the feelers out to Frankfurt / Munich. Everybody talk about we are hopefully going to be covering, well, we will, whatever happens, we will. Looks like it's lost part of its vertical stabilisers, doesn't it? Easy, son, easy, easy. Yeah, exactly. If anybody's wondering about how many shows we're likely to do in 2023, it's the same as every year. We very rarely plan far in advance unless we are doing a special operation, because we can't. It's as simple as that. But go take a look on my LinkedIn page, Jerry Dyer, or go and have a look on our Twitter feed and have a look at the post that we put out yesterday, showing last year's planner, wall planner, and that will give you an idea of how many shows you can expect from Big Jet TV in 2023. Oh, this is the Eco Engine jet, isn't it? Amazing to see, and it was trending, I think. As and when it happens, that, to be honest with you, that's just as and when it happens. We're not in any rush, to be honest with you. We're not in any massive rush regarding 4K. We will do it when the time is right and when it happens. It's in the planning stages. The camera is already set up for 4K. But to be honest with you, I'd rather have amazing content than a slightly better picture. I personally can't even notice the difference. Yeah, we're not going to rush it. We'll take our time. We don't need it. We're not desperate for it, because we've already got you the content. Because we do such a variety of stuff. That's what's more important to us. Oh, Julian, sometimes by going out over Clacton, airlines can get a slot quicker than the preferred Dover departure. Interesting. That's a very interesting piece of information there. Thank you for that, Julian. Now these are big, fat GE 90s. Racing. Silly question. No, nothing's a silly question, folks. If you have a question, do not hesitate to ask. Generally, no is the answer to that, my friend. There is not a mix of engines. There they go. Just the slightest movement. She's in the air. Daz, thank you very much indeed. Great words, thank you, sir. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for the membership. You know, the community, should I say. The community is just a... Thank you, Daz. Just gonna... Maybe got a bit of wake in there. Virgin 350. Shame we didn't get Chriso touching down fully, but we did get the very last remnants of him touching down. Oh, easy. Tipping that left-hand wing into the prevailing winds. Speedbird 747 fan, best engine sound, 777s, yes please, David Goff and Savage BA273 just past the Isle of Wight. Speedbird GE90s rule. JF Bryson, Paul Skilling, Sandy Humby, Foxy B, Ben and Amy Bergman. 737 fuselage could fit in a GE90 engine. Sort of like doubted that. Maybe the internal fuselage diameter of a 737, but certainly not the outside diameter of a 737. I don't think so anyway. I'll have to get my feeler gauges out, or the whatever it's called, measuring device, because the outer diameter of a 737 fuselage, maybe the versus the GE90 engine. I mean, you can. I think that's a sort of like I wouldn't like to say old wives' tale, but something that maybe somebody said once, and it's been sort of like exaggerated a little bit. I mean, there is a 737 there. Now, I'm pretty sure that the GE90 engine, maybe the outer diameter of the GE90 engine, in terms of inclusive of the engine cowl itself, the whole engine cowl outer diameter is as big as the internal diameter of a 737. I don't know. Martino, Melbourne. G'day, Big Jet. When are you coming out of Oz? Well, I think 2023, isn't it? Really? This year is the plan. Yeah. Alan Roberts is a new member. Welcome, Alan. Great to see you here. Esther dropped this SIL off early this morning. Sister-in-law, sorry. Never seen it that busy in the morning. Dropped the sill off. Engine, car parts. And that Swiss 320 was only 1 year old. Wow. Yeah, I like the way that Swiss looks very much like the two of them, very much similar to each other, the 220 and the 320 next to each other. Speedbird 747 United UAE 2 is the most tracked in the world on Flight Radar 24. Was that the A380 that just went out? Oh, that's crazy. George Corner, love the 757. How is it to fly compared to a train? Asking autopilot there. Uncompact urban legend. See now? Oh, no, he's not gonna come up behind him soon enough, I don't think. I mean, that is either a Gen X engine there or a Rolls Royce. I imagine it might be a Gen X engine with Etihad there. So obviously running sustainable aviation fuel. Not 100% though. I don't think it's 100%. Definitely not at this stage anyway. Probably about 5%, I would have thought. Still, every little counts. Longy, any retros in today? Don't know, Longy. You tell us. Such a long run for the Dreamliner, man. Look at that. How flattened out those engine cowls are, man, for the 737. Reason being is all down to ground clearance. Is the reason why the engines had to be flattened out, or the should I say the cowls themselves. Crazy. Fastest Funk, good afternoon to you. EGPX, Diane78, Foxy Beat, Matthew Bentley, Kevin Fisher, 747 just going over Southminster. Okay, so we are... now you can clearly see the difference in the Airbus versus the Boeing. That's a Boeing 737 in front of you right there. It is a next generation jet, the NG. lot of people mentioning the Dreamliner wing. It is the most amazing wing of all aeroplanes, isn't it? Really, in terms of its stretch, its flex. I mean, the 747 has got a tremendous flex as well, but this thing is, look at it building up that flex now, building up, and then as they rotate, full flex on the wing now. Are you talking about in terms of command, Jimmy, like go live or right? Yeah. Jonathan Porterfield, Eco Cos, great stream last night, Jerry. Tuning in against day as me and Mrs. P cook a veg meat pie for tonight. Comfort food watching Big Jet TV. Brilliant. Nice big pie. Randy Bushman, Foxy B, Big Bird. Thank you, John. Hit that like button, folks, if you like. If you like it, hit the like. We appreciate it. This is, yeah, if you don't like it, hit the dislike. It's entirely up to you, you miserable sod. And watch something else. It's an old Taron 737. Is it? Only 5 years old? Wow. See, they all look the same age. The 737s, the NGs. Not a lot of difference in them, really, in terms of you get a little stubby one like this. Yeah, Qatar 380 on its way over, folks. Yeah. There's a nice 777 pushing, coming out from T5 over there as well. There is the Qatar 380. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that. Arthur Benny, welcome back. Chris Davies, good afternoon. I wish I could play that little video clip with the bloke with the hammer again. Oh, yeah. Have you got that? It's obviously not. Yeah. The like hammer, wasn't it? Can you run it or not? Just tell me when. We're gonna queue it up, folks. We're gonna queue it up. Don't. Make sure you haven't got your headphones on when you do it as well. Aviation Tomato. Welcome, Aviation Tomato. Lovely to see you. Welcome to Big Jet TV. Welcome to all our new members who joined in 2022 up to midnight last night and beyond. A very warm welcome to you all. Xenon Slayer. I love that name. Xenon Slayer. A very warm welcome to you, a returning member, Kathy Collis. Oh, dear, Kathy. Wishing you a speedy recovery with your neck. Never a nice thing. It's bad enough waking up in the morning and you've slept on something or slept, your neck's all, and you have to turn your whole body to turn your neck. Not fun. Send it to me on WhatsApp, GP. Oh, okay. H. Lee Davies, Michael Barber. Is the Malaysian 380 still in operation? Not as far as we're aware. Malaysian have parked their 380. Autopilot 757 is both placed its single aisle chips on the 737NG, especially the 737-900ER, and then got its lunch 8 by Airbus with the 320 and 321neo. Wow, there we go. Oh, single aisle chips. I've got you. Yeah, on the 737NG, and then got their bottoms bit by. Yes, I see what you're saying there. Yes, autopilot, very true indeed. Hey, Captain Chris Pole, just got a message from him saying you certainly did, Jerry. Just caught you, mate. Just literally. Oh, looks like the line of Lancaster bombers coming out, look. VJ Verdi, Cathay Pacific 747, turning onto finals now. It's a shame she's not coming in on this runway, but we'll still get a good look at her. Concorde 444 is Festival of Creativity, still parked outside the hangars to your left, been parked there since Wednesday at least, and not flown for a little bit. Wondering if she's waiting to go to Cardiff. No, she didn't she recently go to Cardiff Festival of Creativity? She may have been parked out there, Concorde 444, because just for the festive period. But I don't see her to my left. But it may have just been a temporary. They're wheeling quite a lot of aircraft out of the maintenance sheds, as you can see with that 777 in the background there, as they put more and more onto the flight line. Oh, okay. Joe Thompson. Not just yet. Not just yet. What is it? What's the what's it filling? Is it quarter screen? Is it bottom right or what? Bottom left-hand corner. Let's let this one line up and see what happens. No, 747 was in production before the 737, folks. 747 was in production before the 737. Before the 737 came the 727, of course. Okay, folks, just a little reminder about hitting that like button. This is what you want to do. Smash that like button. Thought I'd run it over that 777. Because it's a bit of a big bang, isn't it? Sorry about that. David Jeans, brilliant night last night. Happy New Year to you. David in the Rhondda Valley. Good day to you, my friend. Speedbird 747. Going to be on to 777 or to Amsterdam, operated by KLM. Wow, lucky you. Alan Roberts, yeah, that's another planned gig that we're going to be doing with the folks down in Broughton with Airbus to see the loading of the Beluga XL. This is 747. Just going to quickly. Sorry. Too many applications. 747-8. It's a freighter, folks. Easy. Easy. Whoa! We've had a few of those with Cathay, haven't we? Wow! Easy, son. Longy. I saw the Beluga XL in Toulouse once. What a monstrosity, Aviation Tomato saying. She's not a monstrosity, Aviation. She's not. You can't say that. Aviation Tomato. She's a beautiful bird. Yeah. The heavy mobs come out of BA. I think it's American Jets. Stop for no one. He's going straight out, isn't he? Qatar 380 making its way over from Terminal 4, folks. We've got another 380 on its way out. Yeah, dream lifter. If we're talking about an ugly aeroplane, I think it's a travesty what they've done to a 747. Pilots must be. Pilot. Oh well. What's that? Oh, I want to see that. Who did what, Chilly? Who tried to do what? BA. Angry looking 777, look. Oh! Yeah, you see, it won't fit, man. It won't fit. Pink's heavy mob going out. BA heavy mob. Clearly saw the wizard there. Autopilot, the Americans are getting their money out of those 777-200 ERs. Those things have to be 20 plus years. Yeah, they are getting on now, aren't they? As are these. I don't know. Oh, no. I don't know. There's 3 777s going out, and one of them's just gone out. This is her lined up now. Yeah, I've got her. Yeah. Is she flying it, Jenny, or is she crew? Autopilot, I still think the 777-300ER is the best plane ever designed for long-haul service. Wow, there we go. Very interesting thing that one of our pilot friends mentioned yesterday about the A220 versus the 737. She's got wings. You've got mail. Operating this aircraft, or on board it at least. She's got wings. Is that a Twitter handle? It's like a fella in the right seat. Yeah, she's in the left seat. Happy, look, that 777 is happy. Look at his little happy face, look. I'm going flying. Travels. Another angry. He's happy. Another happy. They're all happy, aren't they?
Hello. Hello there. Right above me. Right above me. Hello, mate. What are you doing up there? Hey? What are you doing up there, look? He's looking down on me, he was. Just some dreamies. Look at that rudder control, man. Look at that rudder control. Look at that. Brilliant, man. Oh, say about that. What's some dreamies? Oh, right, okay. Yeah. All right, sausage. Michael Barber. I'm sure I read that a Ryanair 737 had to be retired due to damage to the undercarriage through heavy landings. That's entire speculation. Captain Sky Marshal on approach. What's on approach? Oh! Jason Gamble, BA Kestrel 300ER. Hello! Lee Davies mentioning about missing Rich Taub landing here back in the day, in command of his A330 with American Airlines. Of course, all those A330s have now gone. Thing of the past. Royal Air Morocco. Sorry, Air Algiers 737. Another very distinctive thing about the 737 is that leading edge panel there on the tail plane, which is quite interesting. That straight edge, sort of like very unconventional, but you see the Airbus is far more. Once you know what you're looking for, look how pointy the Boeing is compared to the big rounded bumpy nose, the boopy nose of the, mind you, 737 quite boopy, isn't it? Qatar 380s is creeping up the eye. So 20 minutes remaining of the departures here at London Heathrow on this runway, when we will then split and change to arrivals. Go on, give him a nudge. Give him a nudge. Aidan Campbell, yeah, they are doing quite well. They're getting rarer. Still do see quite a number of 737s here at London Heathrow, and of course the MAX, Air Canada's MAX operating into London Heathrow last night, which was quite good to see. We didn't catch it unfortunately, but it landed as I was setting up. I did. No, it hasn't. Not yet. No, there isn't. Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was literally just thinking that. Willis Green. Oh, sorry. Wallace Green is a new member. Welcome, Wallace Green.
I mean, remember that the overall width. Almost the width of the wingspan of a small single-aisle jet is the tail span of the A380. Claire Jones, Stephen Billings, wind 210 degrees at 10 knots. So there should be no problems at the changeover. Wings laden with fuel. She's ready to roll. Sitting heavy on her mains, man. Thanks for the likes, folks, by the way. Hope you enjoyed that little silly thing that we put up. It took us ages to make that. I actually ended up doing it, didn't I? Because I had to sync the hammer blowing with the noise that I downloaded from the noise of the, yeah. I hope it was the right one. I hope it was the right one. Is it the one that I did? Okay. Yeah, but one was like ding, 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 ding. I changed it so that it was like, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Yeah. Engine start. Yeah, engine start. I ended up making the whole thing in Premiere. I did because I had to link it. I had to link the audio, didn't I? I had to link the audio. Oh. Okay. This is a new Austrian jet coming out. I don't suppose they've had that one. No, it'd be too long. Look how old and grubby that 777-300ER looks. Got a bit of a wizard there. Something's pushed back. Ah, Air Canada. It's got to be a tune. Red Science asking, any A340s still around in the UK? Yeah, well, there are a couple of operational freighters, ex-Virgin Atlantic, based down at Bournemouth, I think it is. Other than that, not really. 346s they are. No hanging around for this guy. Oh, Cynthia Hazel Allen, that's lovely. It's great asking questions. People answer. It's what I love. It's one of the many wonderful things about this community is that, you know, helpful, informative, knowledgeable, friendly, just again, you know, I know I keep, it's like an old worn out record, but it is very humbling. That's a beautiful wing on the 777 as well, especially the one with the raked wingtip, big long extended wingtip on it. So looks like a very new Austrian 320neo. Possibly running the Pratt & Whitney engines there, I think. Is that running the Pratt & Whitneys? Professor Mark Taylor, they're High Fly 340 at Manchester 2 days ago, yes. High Fly being a charter arm. They're based in Lisbon, aren't they, High Fly? CO2 especially is the fact that they're, you know, just burns less fuel. Higher bypass ratio. Interesting. How would that come about? Oh, VJ, 4 months old, that Australian 320 Neo, powered by Pratt & Whitneys. There we go. I did call it. You can see by that that green inner lining. A Kevlar lining. Diane 78 also confirming brand new from August. Hurrah! Sorry. Settled about it. AirPod closes. Amanda Snuffle has very kindly donated 5 Big Jet TV members. That is a wonderful thing. Thank you so much. 5 Big Jet TV memberships gifted by Amanda Snuffle. Yeah. Any relation to? Oh, okay. A parked Embraer 175. So the engines weren't running. How's that work out? Omid Atlasi, a happy new year, best wishes. May Heathrow get their act together in 2023 and avoid 3-hour queues to go to security and beyond. Well, I think they're kind of doing that already, Omid. Much improved. And I did get a message from Henry Wells at London Heathrow over the festive period, just saying thank you for the shout out. But to be honest with you, it's down to the Army Reserves who deserve all the praise for doing what they're doing. So a big shout out to all the Army Reserves for standing in for those striking personnel who obviously have a reason for doing what they do. Don't want to get into politics, but obviously the great thing is that BA, as in British Airports Authority, stepped in and did the right thing. This might be the last departure. Sorry about that. Andy D upgraded his membership to super class. Andy, thank you so much. Wow. Thank you, Andy. Why not? Yeah. Vancouver bound. Very good question, but to be honest with you, flying in a brand new aircraft or flying in an old aircraft that's 20 years old, shall I say, you're both in the you're in the same sort of, like, in terms of safety, they're both as safe as each other, because they have to be they have to go through rigorous regular checks, A, B, C and D checks, and the D check, A check is obviously a very quick sort of, like, only takes a few days, whereas a D check is literally right down to the nuts and bolts, removal of engines, undercarriage, you know, all that kind of stuff. Panels come off, fuel tanks out, get clean. You know, the whole thing is literally rebuilt. So you are you're in very safe hands, folks, regardless of whether an aircraft is old or new. I personally don't mind flying on either. Love to fly on an old 767 like I did with United and with Iceland Air, of course. But at the same time, love to fly the brand new A339s, 350s, the 380s, of course, which are getting on a bit now. But okay. Couple making their way out. This one off to Phoenix, Arizona. He's going to make the cut, isn't he? And I think the 777 behind him is also going to possibly make the cut off to Bermuda. This looks like a new 350, or she's just had a bath. Maybe she's just got out of the bath. Got a big towel around her waist. Bubbles everywhere. Oh, BB, so Bravo, so second one that they got. Wow, she's looking good, isn't she? Wow. We would have probably filmed this coming in, wouldn't we? I imagine. Yeah, would have seen her at Toulouse as well. Big old Rolls-Royce XWB engines, exclusive engine for the 350 line. Such an exquisite wingtip, isn't it? Look at that wingtip. Look at that beautiful thing. And all carbon wing, Tim. All carbon wing. British made wing. Nice. Okay, looks like this 777 to Bermuda is our last flight out. Now we talk about old aeroplanes. We do from time to time see aircraft that are being ferried from here down to Cardiff for heavy maintenance. Iran Air just taking delivery, I believe, of a number of A340s, ex-Turkish Airlines. Oh no, look, he's, I think he's, he was nearly at the entry point and he's suddenly turned right. Is he? He's going over to the other runway. That's crazy, man. He did a quick, he was so nearly there. Is it? Okay, windy conditions expected on Wednesday, folks. So be aware, we're going to be here for, that'll be paddock, won't it? That'll be paddock. Yes, in fact, there's your reason why they sacked that off. Oh no, it's Monday, isn't it? Monday tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be on this runway. It'll be on this runway. So it'll be, yeah. He's been sent off, Nick Grace. No! What's that? Jazz, good day to you. Neil Quinn, when they take them to maintenance, how many crew do they need? Just the two-man crew, Neil. Just the two-man crew, first officer, senior first officer. And anyone else who may be ferrying down there, they may be ferrying another pilot down there just to... tell you what, I'm going to take this opportunity and I'm going to go for a quick... back in a sec, GP. Can you keep everybody occupied, please? Okay, runway inspection complete. All the way right up to the end. non-stop, 24/7, 365. These guys and girls are operational. Have to be international airports. Now we await. Let me just make a quick adjustment, please. Okay, what's the first arrival? Weather school. Wind forecasts currently southwest 15 to 18 knots on Tuesday, increases 20 to 25 knots in the later afternoon. Then southwest 25 possible gusts of 35 knots on Wednesday. Thank you, weather school. Great, great. So on Wednesday, folks, you might want to tune in because the winds will be in a southwesterly direction, much what they are at the moment, isn't it? Kind of, but obviously a lot more aggressive. And those winds obviously whip up over the top of those sheds and affect the approaching aircraft quite considerably, and can from time to time catch the pilots out. So it is a skills day on Wednesday, folks. We'll be tuning in to look how amazing the skills are of these amazing pilots. Kevin Fisher, BA 380, second in to land. Mike James also confirming that, and Joe Thompson. Stephen Billings, 321 first, then BA 380, thank you. Mike James, JR, can't believe how dark it is at London Heathrow. Still light and bright in Shropshire. Well, it's absolutely not too bad here, to be honest with you. I don't know why it looks dark. BA 943, thank you, Ian Pass. Steve A has gifted a Big Jet TV membership. Thank you, Steve. A lovely thing to do. Rohit Parkal, first arrival for 2627 right, BA 321 from Dusseldorf. Thank you. Carol has been gifted, or Carol, possibly. I think I might have pronounced that wrong. Carol. I've got, no, is it Carol? Sorry, my apologies. Lee Davies, Foxy B, Big Elmo. Orange beacons on airside vehicles must pulsate and not rotate. Stoneman, JD Stone, tuning in from South Carolina. Alexander Wood, Nate Ford, second to land. Terry G, Cynthia Hazel Allen, Jazz, Shropshire, twinned with Texas if Jerry's accent is anything. Oh, there! Not from around these parts, sorry, boy. Hot damn diggity no. So here we go then. Just a little bit of tiny crosswind element. So. Oh, is it? And that's inbound, is it? It's on its way in, is it? Singapore Slinger inbound, folks. Get it down, get it down. There we go. Oh, we've got a microphone. I've got a mic. BA 380 in from San Francisco. That's this is #1 on flight radar right now, folks. Mic change, mic change, mic change. Thank you, Andy D, gifting 5 Big Jet TV memberships. Look at the ends of the wings, folks. Take a little look at the end of the wings. See the split ailerons. Bosh! Yeah! Nice. And because there are so many wheels, and because they are so rock solid, because they're filled with nitrogen, for reasons being that they are free of corrosion, you don't get moisture inside like we do with air, and also they don't explode, so to speak. But these every assembly has a very sophisticated system of allowing the pressure to release slowly, rather than a sudden release of air, but nitrogen, sorry. But the fact that they are so rock solid, that you do feel a big bang as you land.
Really? Am I hearing it? I can't hear it. Oh. What's that?
No idea how that what that's all about. Because I can hear myself. Can't hear it anymore. Oh. No, I can hear you now. No, it's very weird. I can hear myself. I'm hearing myself. Yeah. Like as if you're playing it at that end. No, it's fine, it's fine. Just don't really understand it. Captain Ron, good afternoon. Chris Johnson, Lee Davis, Dom H, good day to you. They came from South Africa, no idea what airline, no. 88 KKC. Thanks, 88 KKC. There's someone nicking something like that. Where are you going with that Land Rover, son? $100 above. Minimums. I've been hearing myself all the time for the whole show. So much breath. Probably will do if Very nice. There you go, I heard that then. Yeah. The headset maybe? Yeah. Yeah. That could be it. Is it worth doing it the other way round? Yeah, swapping out. Yeah, call me back on the normal blah blah. Yeah. Tra la 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 la. Copy. No, stand by. No, stand by, stand by. Big Al's plane. Big Al's plane. Check. Yeah, no, can't hear it. It's definitely that then. A350. No, now I can hear it. Yeah, very weird. It's almost like your headset. Can you change your headset, Chili, to just swap it out for something else, just to see? The red zone is for loading and unloading. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Such finesse. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was. What headset's that you swapped out from and to? Are you serious? Well. You just can't make these things up, can you? This big gaggle of aeroplanes over there. Big Al's plane, welcome Big Al. And Andy D, giving them a shout out for a very kind gifting of 5 Big Jet TV memberships. Sort of getting off the runway. Oh, hello. Is this the Royal Air Maroc special livery? That wing flexing. Is that their national team or something? The Moroccan Lions or something? Wow. So as a result, they've liveried up one of their aircraft. Okay, maybe, yeah. Well done, the Atlas Lions. So, we are at the next stage of potentially doing that evening with us. All together now, 1, 2, 3. No, all of us together from base, from Big Jet TV's HQ, for reminiscing about old aeroplanes from back in the 70s and 80s. Well, actually, see, it was a what was it a month, or was it a year, or 6 months, or 1977, or the whole of the year, or? Okay. Dan Modelling Fan, JAL 777, 6 minutes out. Thank you, Dan. Esther, has the Beluga ever flown to North America and Dreamlifter to the UK, Europe? I believe they have. Beluga was recently doing some operations for ad hoc operations, I believe. Airbus have actually offered the Beluga for charter, although I'm still a little bit intrigued as to how they load it under normal loading operations. Get that flare, son. Need a flare in. There we go. Philip Lowry, ANA 777 due in 14 minutes. Zoe Black, Bootle Lad, Timothy Edwards, Farid Abed. Is that T5? Looks full, and that's a great T4 that we're seeing over there, Farid, which is just as good. Yes, indeed. Of course, I think it was. It hasn't been a year yet since T4 was fully opened again. I think it was only, wasn't it July? I think that. T4 opened. That is T5 further down there, folks. That's the British Airways T5. Satellite terminals, still Terminal 5, but you access them underground. And then you've got T2 and 3 up this end, and T4 over the other side. Apparently somewhere on the motorway, Gilly told me, it still says Terminal 1, 2 and 3 on the old sign posting. 380. It's the Slinger. First ever 380 operational at London Heathrow. Oh, this is going to be smooth. Wow, nice. Yeah, he planted that one beautifully. What was that? It was the whole wheel that sheared off. It wasn't the tyre, it was the whole wheel assembly that just sheared off. Wow. It landed in looked like a vineyard. Yeah. A great example of the Guppy static version display is at the Toulouse Museum, which we've visited twice. What's that? Hello from stand 412 in his little white lorry. Little white ball. Right, let's 412. Let's see if we can find that. Japan Airlines. Here we go. look at that. Wow, big load of aero brake going on there. Nice wheelie. Yeah. Big feed of elevator there to stop the front end from literally dropping from a dizzy height. So stand 413, did you say, GP? Oh, blimey. 412, was it? Okay. Okay, so that's 248, so it's nowhere near over there. He's got to be down the other end, hasn't he? 330 down there. So he's going to be way off down the other end, I think. Michael Scruggs is a new member. Welcome, Michael. Very warm welcome to all our new members and our gifted members. Thank you to our giftees as well, or giftors. Oh, he's waiting for the Kenyan, is he? Okay, so that will be... Oh, that's over for Terminal 4, isn't it? So he's waiting over at Terminal 4, isn't he? Oh yeah, 3, of course, yeah. So he I don't know, he's sort of like in that area over there, isn't he? I think that the Kenyan jet sort of parks up around about there. It makes absolute sense that, of course, the numbers are relative to leading terminals. Oh, it's one of those moments where you're like, oh, did I just say that? Really? Okay, I'm just going to live with that. Just let it go, let it go. Jazz T4 Gate 12 isn't it? Question mark. There we go. 412, there we go, yeah, T4 Gate. It gets even easier, doesn't it? Kathy and the Birds would love to fly Japan Airlines or all Nippon to Tokyo one day. Hey, that's normally the case, isn't it? They are one after the other, isn't it? Oh, is it? Oh, wow. I'd imagine that when we fly out to Haneda or wherever we're going to fly to, probably fly ANA, because they kind of know us, don't they? Yeah, there's only R2 left, isn't there? What's happened? Helen Clapp, why is the Blue Angels plane called Fat Albert? That will be the Fat Albert is the C-130 Hercules, is it not? It's just got a nickname, that's what they've called it, because it's fat. Oh? Did you have one? Oh, we did, yes. No? Although I could do with one. Captain Sky Marshal, ANA is better than JAL. Well, that's a personal opinion, but I'll go with that. Having not flown on either of them, I would always take people's feedback. Of course. Right turn, Clyde. should turn right any moment now. Or is he going all the way round the back? Or is he parking beyond the AVIATION? Nope, here he goes now. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Ashley, oh, Big Al's playing. So when you going to get your first look at the new B21? Whenever we can, to be honest. Yeah, that's the replacement for the B52, isn't it? Not sorry, the B1, isn't it? And that is the flying wing, literally, and it is much smaller than its predecessor, I have to say. Crazy how much smaller the B1 is. Jez White, Emirates 380 over the North Sea due in 25 minutes. We'll get that before darkness. Look at that, man. 380 popped up. Next to a 777. Dwarfing the 777's tail. Gib, we flew to Australia via Narita with Jal on business class. They were fantastic. There we go. Jason Nickel, 412 is stand closest to 27 left in front of T4. Okay, so we should theoretically kind of see him, shouldn't we, in his little white van? Is that maybe his stand there? That's a 380 stand there as well, isn't it? Hey, it's the One World Jet GP, look. It's number 2 worldwide, that jet. Oh, sorry about that. Lee Davies asking what BA Retro Caledonia Retro. They would do that, so good. Good. Sam loving the Singapore livery. Aidan Campbell, it's expected the B21 will boast just half of the B2's 60,000 pound payload capacity within a wingspan that's like at least 15% shorter than the Spirit's 172 feet. Well, I'm guessing that the ordnance now is more compact, isn't it? We don't really want to go into it, but I don't think they need as big a bomb bay or ordnance bay than the original aircraft. Clean jet. So yeah, is 412 possibly around about there? Said it's the closest gate to 27 left. So I'm guessing that it's got to be around there. So is that him in his little white van? It's more like a lorry, that, isn't it? It's more like a truck, that. That's a 5-tonner, isn't it? Doreen Hanson. International departures. Concourse, a nice way to wait for overnight to London Heathrow 10 years ago. Yeah, there are a few airports around the world that I visited that have, you know, massage chairs and stuff like that. People, of course, sit in them, not operating them, just using them as chairs, which is a little bit out of order. But then again, you know, if someone wants to use it, I guess they could just say, look, mate, do you mind having a go for it for a second? Fit out. It's going to go all the way down the end and through the other side, isn't it? So we won't see it until it appears when it goes to gate. So he's waiting to operate the Jambo Jet, or Kenya Airways, as they prefer to be called. Is that his little white truck there? Look, is his little white trucky here? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. It depends on what he calls a little white truck. That's definitely a 5-tonner, isn't it? Where? Hold on. Is that him there? Maybe that is him there. Can he? Hold on. Oh, no, that's not a little white van. That's another low loader. Yeah. That's a. And here's the aircraft that he's waiting for. Kenya Airways. They're from Nairobi. Watch the wings drop in flex as it lands. Watch. Still up. They're still up. Watch them drop. Look at that, man. Isn't that crazy? Something that always amazes me. So I'd imagine, I don't know, depends which way he will Mike James, thank you. Oh, Rab H is 7.5 tonner, not a 5 tonner. Okay. Scott Heisey, Happy New Year, Jerry and Jilly. Best wishes for the upcoming year from a long-time fan and lurker in the background, Scott Heisey. Thank you, Scott. Great to see you here. Thank you for your support and all the lurkers out there. Don't mind calling themselves lurkers, so we'll just go with it. It in. Oh, smoke the mains. Wow. 3 kilos of rubber just laid down on 27 right. That was nuts, man. See the horizontal stabilizers flexing. That's based on that's because of the turbulent air that's flowing over the spoilers, the wing spoilers. Thank you, Farid. What a lovely thing to do. He's just put something on Twitter. Thank you very much, Farid. Shari Helia going to be here for about another 20 minutes or so. and then we're off. We will of course be back on Wednesday, expecting some. We were expecting some wins. I always get a little bit worried when we sort of like make a big thing of it, and then it sort of like wake up in the morning and the trees are just doing nothing. You know, that's my gauge in the morning when I wake up is to look at the leaves and the trees and the branches and how easily I've got to change that bird feeder around, because I think I've hung it off with some string and it's like floating around like a flipping. The birds are like, oh, I can't get on it. Nigel Warren, it is the one closest to the end. Okay, so it is that one there. We've got the crew bus waiting there as well. John Stone, a 7-ton Leyland DAF. There we go. Pussy PJ. It's pride of place for the SR71. Bootle, I'd say. Speedbird 747 came from LAX. Was that 380 that we just saw touching down? Big Al's playing. There we are. Don't worry, Jerry, about calling us, any of us lurkers. After all, a lot of us are for ages before we join up. There we go. Thank you. We have it official. ITA, I'm going to call it. The Lurkers Lounge, yeah. Nice comfy seats in the Lurkers Lounge. Brilliant. I like that. In fact, that's the way I'd like to envisage it. Them all sitting there in a nice comfy sheepskin covered chairs. Tea and biscuits, things like that. Justin Hanley, why do BA remove the aircraft make and model stickers from their aircraft? Do they? I don't know as they do they? They've just got them in different places. Still looking out for that for the Kenyans. What's that? Why is it insulting? Why did somebody say it's insulting? Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's the first time I've ever heard anyone say it's insulting. Question mark hanging over his head, isn't there? Yeah. Paul Skilling loves the ITA livery. Just white. Yeah, of course, everyone's a bit shy. I mean, I would be. You know. Catherine lurked for a year. There we go. Catherine lurked for a year. That's brilliant. Great to see you here, Catherine. Thank you. Keep the questions coming as well. I know Catherine asking earlier on about aircraft recognition. And yes, it is something that you just get to grips with the more you watch the show. Nick Gray bought me out of the lounge too. Haha, brilliant. Doug Edge. Do I say Doug Edge? Doug Edge? Doug Edge is a new member. Welcome, Doug Edge. Mulsey F. Lincolnshire Lurker here. It's not insulting. Thank you. Blix, nothing insulting about the term lurker. Blix saying thank you, Mulsey and Blix. Melanie, I watched for a bit because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to commit. I've now been a member for 2 years and 6 days. How about that? Isn't it great? You guys are just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I wonder if that's wonder if that jet's being pushed by, is that one of their 339s or 350, isn't it? Yeah. It's epic. Captain Sky Marshals, some articles stated the Lufthansa has been started selling a few ITA tickets, which most likely speculate that Lufthansa is secretly taking over ITA. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. Are they maybe doing some code sharing or Lufthansa selling ITA tickets? Alexandra Wood, BA 475 Bluebird is 3 out. Thank you, Alexandra. Andrew Horton, I'm a massive lurker and proud of it. There we go. Eve Hoskett, I was looking from the early days watching the 30-minute Freeviews, became a member almost 3 years ago during Storm Kira. There we go. Wallace Green as well, lurked for years before I joined today. There we go, Lewis. Wallace, sorry. Great to see you, Wallace. Sorry I didn't call your name out. Didn't see you as a new member. My apologies. But a very warm welcome to you and all our other great members. And people around the world. Aviation fans. Here's Bluebird. It's a different colour to what you're seeing on the screen there. It looks kind of peppermint, doesn't it? Doesn't really say what it is. Our most important journey yet. What's that? London to Paris or something? I don't know. They need to make it a little bit more apparent, you know. Flying towards our goal of 0 emissions or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Philip Hill higher the O2. Might be a bit of a tall order, that one. Because obviously you need to appreciate that there are members from all around the world. I appreciate that a high percentage of them, of course, from the UK. But I think this is our meet-up, isn't it? This is our meet-up twice a week. You know, there are some folks who can't travel, unable to travel, too far away. Don't, you know, just the whole logistics of doing something like that is a massive logistical task. And of course, you know, it's all well and good when people say, oh, we'd love to do it, I'd love to come, and then you know, you go and do something like that and then about 50 people turn up. It's much better, I think, and this is honestly, and I keep telling people who I meet randomly who don't know anything about Big Jet TV maybe, or they do know about it, and they're like, so how do you do it? How do you keep doing it twice a week, week in, week out, month after month after month? I say it's very simple. I've got a great community of people, and it's like literally being with my friends twice a week. It's as simple as that, you know. And also doing what I love in terms of aviation. And at the same time, making people happy and joyful and triumphant. Okay, here comes the Kenyan jet. Oh. That's the one thing that the phone does, Gilly, is it just cuts out, doesn't it? Yeah. I had no idea that you'd gone. Of course, all the freight doors are on the other side of the aircraft. There is, however, one, I think, an access door on the, I want to see it, the back of the aircraft for smaller, for small baggage. Who in Chu? Which airline was that? That was British Airways, who in Chu. I think you're maybe referring to that blue aircraft. That was British Airways. How can I say it? It's their statement of their intent to clean up their act, like all airlines around the world, by using much more cleaner aircraft, but also sustainable aviation fuel. It doesn't really make that much sense by what it says on the side of the aircraft. I think they should have maybe thought about it a little bit more, but hey, who am I to say? Just putting my 10 penneth worth in. Martin P, just think if all 6,000 current viewers started chatting at once, chat would be a blur. Of course, it is members only chat, folks. Just remember that. We keep it to members only chat because it's the best way to do it. Keeps the feed nice and clean. Aids us in managing it as well. Mark Slade could do with a lurking emoji. Minor! One looking around the door or something. Maybe sitting in a big comfy chair. Maybe. Well, yeah, but then that's spied. That's spied. Okay. Emirates on finals 380. Paul Skilling saying. Ghost ship. One of the technicians on board that aircraft. Stephen Rouse usually watches the replay. I build nuclear submarines and there are no phones allowed because of the secret nature of the job here in the States. Blimey. You hear that, Chilly? Stephen Rouse builds nuclear submarines. Well, it's crazy, man. Lorraine Gale, thank you very much indeed. Loved the fireworks and looked Sran. Is that a typo? Foxy B, Kevin Fisher. Lurker, a person who lurks in particular, a user of an internet message board or chat room who does not participate. There we go. So it is a well-known term that we don't need to justify. People want to call themselves lurkers. If they want to be in that category, then so be it. And from time to time, they might jump out. I have noticed a lot of times towards the end of a show, the lurkers, so to speak, will. I'll see a lot of names that I haven't been chatting to during the show who come in just to say cheerio, and that is always a wonderful thing as well. Beagle Land loves spending time in Big Jet TV World. It'd be great if that jet was to take a little bit more time, maybe miss that exit, which he's not going to, because we would then have. Life is a minestrone. Wow, that was smooth. That was very smooth. People would... Wow. Man. Tyrone, welcome. Tyrone Holder is a new member. Welcome, Tyrone. Deliver Hope Ministry, a very warm welcome to you as a new member as well. And Martin Nolan is a new member. Welcome all our new members. Didn't Genesis do a song called Lurker? Oh, Steve Best, I think he might be working. MC, I do like the idea of a Big Jet Lurkers t-shirt. Interesting. Tony E-Bike Me Jr. Tony E-Bike Me Jr. Tony's been around a long time, hasn't he? Haven't seen him for a while, the E-Bike, because let's talk about that, haven't we? Back in the days when I used to E-Bike. Curtis Dixon, g'day. Simon Willoughby, Richmond Miller. Big Jet TV is how I enjoy my breakfast twice a week in Colorado. Wow, how cool is that, man? And to that lovely lady, 80 years young, living up there in Scotland. What was her name, Gilly? Wonderful email that we got, amongst all the emails that we get. But, you know, she's living in the deepest, darkest hills. Sandra, living in Scotland, and finds comfort in Big Jet TV twice a week, tuning in just to watch and enjoy. And she's always had an interest in aeroplanes, has Sandra. So another email amongst the hundreds of emails that we get from people. Lovely thing to do. Only lurk while I'm at work, Diane78. Yeah, of course you have to, don't you? Dino's 39. Welcome, Dino. I don't know if you're Aussie, but Curtis here in Aussie. Curtis Dixon, living in Qatar, working for the airline. G'day. Wow. Curtis working for Qatar. Steve A. been a paying member of Big Jet TV for more than 4 years before YouTube. I'm a lurker, occasionally Occasional chatter because it works for me. I love Big Chip for TV. That's what matters for me. Steve A, that is a wonderful thing. Thank you, my friend. Lovely thing to say. Sleep lurking.
Oh, start up.
Something's pushing and starting. Jess White off to cook mushroom pizzas. That's lovely. Pussy PJ's 380 gliding in. Red Science 1. Do you think that Jerry sings in this shout? I sing everywhere, to be honest with you. We caught Zane Dunning last night, folks, according to Chris Poll. He was chatting with him when they were out in LAX together. Good old Zane. So we're still not sure about the US operation just yet for January, folks, because we are waiting on an operation which may be happening during the month of January. We are, of course, going to be in Schiphol next weekend. Paul B08, afternoon Jerry and Jilly, Happy New Year. Would you know if Air Force One has the same engines as a normal 747? Are they different because of the emergency takeoffs? Paul, I think they are on the original. I think they are still the original Pratt & Whitneys, aren't they? Obviously they've been uprated and swapped out. I think they might be newer engines on Air Force One. Of course, they have a number of different Air Force One jets, don't they? But I think on the 747s, I think they're still, believe it or not, the old 747. It's an old 200, isn't it, or something like that? An old, or 300 or something. I know that they are, of course, planning a new aircraft, but. Still sporting the original Pratt & Whitney JTs, I think. What's that, GP? Yourself a pair of, if it grooves, funk it, little legs. I think that's a lurking thing that funk it, little legs is doing there. Nice. Ah, Steve A. Is Steve A. gifted another Big Jet 5 Big Jet TV membership? Oh, okay. Ron Hunter to Jaeger at Schiphol. The Zwanenbergenbahn runway is closed till the 12th of April, so it will be busier at the Polderbahn. That's what I said, wasn't it? I did say that. I did say that, you know. Little bit tippy toe there. Yeah. Oh look, somebody was asking. Wasn't somebody asking about the festival? Oh, it's not the Festival of Creativity. I thought. Yeah, it looked like it for a second. Nick Dark, new Air Force One is the 747-8I. Remainder of the fleet is being rotated out in favour of the new model. Has it flown then? Is the 747-8? I thought it was. I thought they took delivery of it. I thought they bought it. It was either going to go to Aeroflot or someone, a private or something. I think it was Aeroflot, wasn't it? Originally destined for the current 747. Air Force One, but they're still under. It's still under in manufacture, isn't it? When I say manufacture, I mean build. You know, as in refurbing it or whatever. Look at this, X. Look at this. Look at this. You know what that is? Look at it. Aeroflot. Yeah. Wow, look at that. No. I think they've just had, I think that one of the first ones has actually been repainted. But they just painted out the tail livery, painted it blue. And just put Turkish Airlines down the side because they obviously needed to get that thing operational as soon as possible. Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? Alexandra would be a 1345 next in his arrival from Jersey Channel Islands. Matthew Bentley, Aeroflot getting nothing. Nada, not a sausage. In fact, so much so that their entire fleet of commercial aircraft that are operated, that are either Boeing or Airbus, have no spares, no backup, obviously they have servicing engineers there, but they have no spares. So those aircraft will very rapidly be parked up and end up being scrapped, fortunately. I bet the national airline isn't very happy about that, you know. Because they'll all have to start flying around in Sikorskis and... Oh no, it's not Sikorski's is Sikorsky a Russian? H, first time I've seen that, first time for me as well, H. I saw it on LinkedIn the other day, they actually put a post out to say that they were happy that they have just released their or painted the first of two A350-900s, which were ex-Aeroflot. Isulaf Samat never was Aeroflot. No, it wasn't. It was destined for Aeroflot, but never made it. Turkish Blue, only a year old. Sukhoi Jet, there we go, VJ, thank you. Sukhoi Jet, yeah. Of course, they're only tiny little things, aren't they? Captain Sky Marshal, yes indeed, Aeroflot still exists as an airline, but they do not receive any backup from the engine manufacturers, General Electric, Rolls-Royce, whoever it might be, Pratt & Whitney, and they do not have any backup for spares, aircraft spares, or any engineering, or any. They've basically Airbus and Boeing have torn up the contracts that they had running with the carrier, obviously losing the millions of dollars of income every year, but it is what it is. Oh, okay, Hugh and Chew. Sikorsky is American. Okay. Matthew Mormon, those two Boeing 747-8Is that are going to become the next Air Force Ones were originally ordered by a Russian airline called Transaero that went out of business a few years ago. So there we go. I was partially right by saying that it was a Russian. They were destined for a Russian operator. Jazz, yeah, Russians have only got, very, very limited to what aircraft they can use. Nick Dark, VC-25B not ready until 2024, so another year before, I guess that's the President's plane, isn't it? Martin Smith, will Iran Air fly their newly acquired A346s into London Heathrow? Are they 6s? I thought they were 3s. I thought they were A340-300s, ex-Turkish jets. I might be wrong, but I would imagine they will. VJ Menon, yes, there was word of Turkish Airlines rebranding to their native spelling, wasn't it? Because they okay, somebody's mentioned about them not being happy with them being called Turkish. JB pilots flew into Gatwick yesterday on Ryanair 737 MAX 8200. Very turbulent due to the gusty winds and heavy rain. Wow. Easy come, man. Sikorsky Museum, New Jersey or Long Island. Carl Hanlon. If you look on flight radar and filter Aeroflot, there's still plenty of Boeing and Airbus flying. Well, there may be, but there is absolutely no support whatsoever. Okay, folks, this is where we're going to leave it. We will be back on Wednesday, of course, expecting high winds. And listen, you guys look after yourselves between now and then. Be good to yourselves and everybody else. And we thank you so much for your time and your being with us as well. Again, I've got to say a big shout out to folks sorry, at the Courtyard by Marriott. Thank you to them, and thank you to you for your time. Oh, hello. There we go. Yeah, thanks again. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Jilly. Thank you to everybody for your input as well. The great inputters that you are, so knowledgeable, so much so that I have learnt a tremendous amount of stuff from you guys out there, and all our great technical folks, engineers that are out there, pilots, giving us all that information, keeping us in the loop, all the folks who come in and tell us what's coming in, what's going out, news, current affairs, etc. It is just a fantastic community that we have. And you know, hey, we said lurkers, and it appears that everybody is more than happy by being in the Lurkers Lounge, and from time to time maybe popping out and saying hello, or informing us of something. It is just great that you feel comfortable the way you are, and it's great having you folks. Look after yourselves. We will see you on Tuesday. What's Tuesday got to do with it? Wednesday. See you Wednesday. Look after yourselves, folks. See you later. Bye bye. Okay, GP. We'll cut on this. See you Tuesday. Oh, you will you? Oh, okay then. Which it's interesting, isn't it? Lurkers lives. Okay, GP. You can go for a bit crispy.